Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP TV 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Jack Ruland in Skycam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16 Update.
Now that all of the little ghosts and goblins have finished gathering up their goodies, it's time to feast on the Halloween treats. And once again this year, parents concerned about tampering have been able to take the candy to some hospitals in our area for free x-rays. X-ray machines such as this one at Scranton CMC can pick up any metal objects that might have been placed in the candy. But it's not foolproof. Hospital officials warn the x-rays will not pick up any signs of chemical tampering in candy. The Exeter Lions Club held its annual Operation Goblin Watch on this Halloween night. Lions members offered x-ray screening of treats at the Nesbitt Satellite Center and at the Boy Scout home. The Lions themselves donned their best costumes for the occasion as they joined in the fun passing out candy to the trick-or-treaters. Operation Goblin Watch in Exeter is a chance for the kids to enjoy a safe Halloween.
Kids in the Harveys Lake area of Luzerne County got a lesson in Halloween safety tonight. The police, Lions Club, and businessmen in the community threw this Halloween party for the kids. McGruff the crime dog was there to hand out safety badges to the young people. They were also given safety candles and some goodies. And parents of the trick-or-treaters were given a list of hospitals in our area that were x-raying the candy. And now, the continuing story of our Caped Crusader. At 6, we showed you this visitor from the Planet Action on Galaxy 16, visiting hospitalized youngsters in Williamsport who didn't have a chance to do any trick-or-treating this year. Well, tonight, our camera caught this masked man at Mercy Hospital in Wilkes-Barre, once again bringing a little happiness to youngsters who were unable to bundle up and go door to door in their neighborhoods. Who was that masked man?
I don't know, but he looks good in those tights.
Yes, he did.
Next, Tom, no tricks in his forecast, Clark.
You know, Tom, Noreen mentioned something earlier today. This weather really sends a chill up our spines. Is that right?
Yeah, it's getting cold again out there tonight. Had a lot of kids at the Clark house tonight.
Oh, good.
Almost ran out of Clark bars. It's almost a serious situation. Coming up next, an update on my weekend forecast. You're watching Newswatch 16 Weekend Update on WNEP TV, and we're proud to serve Danville and all of Montour County.
It's coming. Winter. Cold drafts. Goose pimples. Icy fingers invading your cozy home.
Unless you use the new 3M Outdoor Window Insulator Kit. Easy to apply, guaranteed to stay up all winter. And just as clear as the 3M Indoor Kit.
Shut winter out in the cold this year. Outdoors or in, don't do it yourself without 3M.
What can I get you?
What'll you have?
Down-home flavor.
What'll you have?
Country flavor. Give me a Pabst Real True Blue Ribbon, Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. I demand the taste and savor. I demand Real True Blue flavor in Pabst Blue Ribbon beer.
If you've been waiting for the great pumpkin to arrive on this Halloween night, we know where you might be able to find him, at Kathy Reisner's house in Duryea. Mrs. Reisner says she grew this giant pumpkin herself right in her own backyard. It weighs about 100 pounds, and it took more than 4 hours to carve it into a jack-o'-lantern. The Luzerne County woman says it's the first pumpkin she's ever grown. Can't wait to see the second one. Wow, that's
Save
a
those
beauty.
seeds.
Make a lot of pumpkin
Oh, they're
pie.
A
delicious.
lot of pumpkins. Okay, we're going to enjoy some trick-or-treat candy now while we watch the weather outside. Tom, take it away.
Thank you, Nolan. Just a ghostly chill in the backyard tonight. It's still clear overhead, and we've had a kind of a cold breeze blowing through the backyard all evening. Our weather watch tonight begins in Northampton County, down there in Bethlehem, where Paul Fisher has 29 out back and a clear sky. Sharon Singer up there in Dewshore, 38 degrees, and it's been windy up there the past few hours. And in Port Carbon, Myrna Everly has 33 degrees. In our backyard now, we do have a temperature that is falling slowly, 38 now. The humidity, 66%. Wind south at 7, the barometer at 30.67. You won't see it that high very often, and it's still rising. It's a very strong Canadian high in control tonight. 53 this afternoon after we started out at 27 here. 55 is normal for this time of year for the high. 75 and 22. Records for the date. We hit 60 a year ago today. And there is a home decked out for Halloween tonight in West Pittston. Next, satellite view. It's just in. We have some clouds down to the south and some more clouds out to the west, in line with another cold front that's heading our way. That strong high is still dominating the weather over Pennsylvania, where it's still nice and clear over the state, but it's going to move offshore and the wind will shift to the south and southwest tomorrow. It already has, and temperatures out this way today in the 60s, and I think we'll come close to 60 here tomorrow. Computers now indicate that some of this moisture will begin to feed in tomorrow late in the day, so it's not going to stay clear all day. And then this front will move through Sunday morning to put us back down below normal with temperatures, and I think there'll be just a little bit of rain as it moves on through. Heavy snow this weekend out in the Colorado Rockies as a storm system is now winding up over Arizona. Upwards to a foot of snow could be on the mountain peaks by Sunday afternoon. For tomorrow, you really can't complain for having temperatures up close to 60 for the first day of November. It'll start out nice and sunny, but I think some clouds will increase as we go. A warm-up. 59 in New Milford, about 61 in Luzerne, Lansford about 61, low 60s in Linden and Sunbury with a south wind. Quite gusty at times. Here's the sunrise for tomorrow morning. 6:34 for that, and the sun sets now at 4:59. Clear tonight, 34 here, and upper 20s in some of the cold spots, and then about 61 for tomorrow. It'll become partly cloudy in the afternoon, and it will be on the windy side. A dry night tomorrow night, and then I think some showers coming in early Sunday. Colder Sunday, 53, and even colder than that Monday and Tuesday, I think, with daytime highs in the 40s. So not a bad way to start November, and I hope you had a happy Halloween.
Oh, we certainly did.
Certainly did, Tom. You too.
Okay.
All right.
Have a good weekend.
And next, a 16 sports final filled with 44, count them, fine football games for this frigid Friday in fall.
Albie and Tim will feature all the fun on the field following this.
I make sure only the best cuts of Table Right Choice meats go here, so you can be sure only the best goes on your family table. And save on Minute Maid 100% pure chilled orange juice, 64 ounces, $1.19. Ore-Ida French fries, 2-pound package, 99 cents. And Country Corner fresh chicken parts, 59 cents a pound. Table Right meats, a great meal every time.
You're about to flip a coin over which new car to buy? Well, I'm going to throw you a curve. Our Buick Century. One very popular car. After all, it is a Buick and everything Buick stands for. Now, here's the curve. Even loaded, the Century's thousands less than a comparably equipped Toyota. Man, if you're going to pay the price of a Buick, make sure you get a Buick. You know, Buick's still a Buick, even if you do pay less.
Well, here we are on this Halloween night with our sportscasters' costumes, ready to treat you all to the high school football scores and highlights.
And, of course, Tim, the trick for many teams tonight to stay in the playoff picture. One of those teams tonight, the Berwick Bulldogs. They're ranked 10th in the Super 16, and they needed a win tonight to have any hope of playing in the Eastern Conference postseason playoff picture. Berwick at Wyoming Valley West. Spartan coach Jim Fennell looking for his 200th career win. A cold stadium on homecoming, and they take advantage. First half, the Spartans get a pass to Mark Meehan all the way inside the Berwick 20. Then after a penalty brought the ball back 10 yards, it's a former Friday's hero, Joe Blannett, 22-yard touchdown run, no extra point. It was 6-0 at the half. Berwick had the ball late in the game with a chance to tie, but the Bulldogs pass picked off by number 81, Wally Haddock, and the Valley West Spartans win their second straight over Berwick. Jim Fennell picks up career win number 200.
It was a long time coming this season, but we did it against a quality opponent. Did it the good way, the solid way. Now it all to these guys right here. They did it. Get on television, guys.
It was an excited crowd and an excited Spartan team at Spartan Stadium. Congratulations to Jim Fennell. Eastern Conference scoreboard, it is Wyoming area 33-28 over Nanticoke. Pottsville beats Pittston area by 2. Shikellamy by 6 over Shamokin. North Schuylkill, ranked 12th, beats Minersville 33-14. Blue Mountain over Panther Valley by 5. Bloom beats Danville 33-15. Wyoming Valley Division 1, Coughlin and Hazleton 14-14 tie.
Two more Eastern Conference teams struggled tonight to keep their helmets in the playoff race. Myers and Hanover both had to win to stay close to GAR in the Class B Central title chase. Tom Tidy has the story on this one.
It was the Rajib Ishmael show tonight as Hanover took on Myers. On Myers' first possession, it's Ishmael from 23 yards out for his first touchdown. The PAT was missed. It was 6-0 Myers. 2 minutes later, the Mohawks and Ishmael are at it again. This time from 7 yards, it's Rajib's second, and Myers led 12-0 after another missed PAT. Then on Myers' first play of the second quarter, it's Ishmael taking this one and going 11 yards for his third touchdown of the first half. So Myers takes a 19-0 halftime lead in the locker room, courtesy of Rajib Ishmael, as he rushed for 3 touchdowns. Myers coach Mickey Gorman was pleased with the team's first half play.
First half, we're real happy. A long way to go. Anything could happen, so we got to play another 24 minutes of tough football.
Okay. There was no scoring in the first 12 minutes of the second half, but on Myers' first possession of the fourth quarter, it's Rajib Ishmael capping off a tremendous effort with his 4th touchdown, this 4-yarder making it Myers 25, Hanover nothing. Hanover scored late in the game, making the final Myers 25, Hanover 7. Tom Tidy, Sports Watch 16, Memorial Stadium in Wilkes-Barre.
And Rajib the Rocket is something else. Eastern Conference scoreboard, Shenandoah over Pine Grove 33-0. Millersburg beat Williams Valley 6-0. It was Mahanoy area over Schuylkill-Haven 21-9. St. Clair losing to Lourdes Regional 32-14. Central Columbia beat Warrior Run 20-12. And Southern Columbia over Cardinal Brennan 32-0. The Southern Columbia Cardinal Brennan game very important for one big reason and one big kid. Southern's running back Jerry Marks needed just 62 yards to set a new state rushing record. And he did it with over 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Watch him come right at you. He'll step out of bounds exactly 1 yard over the record of 4,885. The game stopped for a brief celebration as Jerry Marks celebrates with us.
It's a very exciting time, and I'm just happy it's over. And there's just so many people that that you can thank. And the last couple years, the fullbacks, the lines, and everybody has just pulled together, and it's just great.
Let's go to the scoreboard now in high school football. There you see Upper Dauphin big over Loyalsock 35-8. Kishacoquillas over Line Mountain 13-9. Bald Eagle area beat Forest Hills 21-14. Bucktail and Hughesville scheduled for tomorrow night. Juniata over Penns Valley 24-14. And it was Muncie over Montgomery 39-6. And by the way, our congratulations to Southern Columbia's Jerry Marks on an incredible record. And he's only a junior.
Good to see him next year. And speaking of records, that's a record that could stand for many years. We're seeing 2 teams with real good records tonight, and 2 teams that have done very well this season. I'm speaking of Montoursville and Milton. Both those teams start the night with a record of 8-1. They got the chance tonight to see who's better. A possible preview of the District 4 AAA title game. And a good one it was. The Montoursville defense was tough in the first half. Here they swarm all over Lester Erb to stop a Milton drive. And if you stop Erb, chances are you will stop Milton. Then the offense comes alive in the second quarter. Clint Babcock hits Mike Messina down the left sideline. 54 yards and the touchdown. Montoursville leads this game 7-0. Now they came close to scoring again. Babcock goes over the middle again to Paul Holmes, who makes some nice moves and brings it down to the 5, but the play called back on a penalty. Montoursville leads at 7-0 at the half. They go on to win this game 21-0 over Milton. Now the West Branch Conference scoreboard. Late final, Jersey Shore by 5 over South Williamsport. Northern Tier League, some scores for you. Waverly by 2 over Wellsboro. Athens beats Troy. Towanda, ranked 4th, beats Wyalusing by 2. High school football. Selinsgrove over Lewisburg, and it is Hollidaysburg 34. Lockhaven, nothing.
And Albie, a title on the line tonight in Honesdale as the Hornets hosted Carbondale. The Chargers needing a win to wrap up the Suburban Conference Championship. A Honesdale win putting the title on ice until the final week of play. We take a look at it right now with first quarter action coming at you. The Chargers score first in the first. Gary make that Sean Rossler on the handoff. He goes for the score, and it's 7-0 Carbondale. Honesdale right back. Michael Neal finds Dan McConnell for the touchdown, and it's 7-7. But the Chargers respond. Sean Rossler again makes it 14-7. Later in the third, Honesdale ties it up at 20-20. It's O'Neill to Ted Lynch for a 60-yard touchdown play, but Carbondale wins the Suburban title, winning it 41-28 over Honesdale. Here's the scoreboard now in high school football. Bellefonte over Lewistown, 35-7. Indiana beat State College 30-14. No report on Chief Logan and Central. Sorry. Big 11, Abington Heights over Scranton Tech, 20-12. Dunmore beat Old Forge 21-6, and it was number 2 Valley View rolling over Scranton Prep 32-13 in that Valley View Scranton Prep game. The second-ranked Cougars trying to make it 10-0 since they wrapped up the title last week, and the Cougars kept rolling tonight. Already up 18-7 in the third. Rigo Vengerelli takes the run for 20 yards and the touchdown. It's 24-7 Valley View. One more time in the fourth. Ron Sebastianelli with the 3-yard plunge. 32-7 the final. 32-13 Cougars. East Penn Conference scoreboard now. Whitehall over Deera, 13-0. Northampton beat Phillipsburg, 24-6. It was Easton over Emmaus, 17-0. Freedom shutting out Allentown Central Catholic, 30-0. And Parkland over Bethlehem Catholic, 21-12. Albie?
And finally, get your seatbelts on because we're going down the turnpike to catch up on a couple of Centennial League powers. 8th-ranked East Stroudsburg, hoping to keep their perfect season intact. They played Lehighton tonight in a key District 11 matchup. Interesting game, too. The Lehighton Indians had a 21-7 halftime lead, but East Stroudsburg came back. This 76-yard run by Ratio Sales ties this game at 21. Great comeback there for East Stroudsburg. Now it's 27-21. East Stroudsburg with the lead, but this time Lehighton ties the game. Clayton Andrews with the touchdown run, and it's 27-27. An extra point will win the game for Lehighton. But it's that defense for East Stroudsburg. They blocked the extra point, and this game ends in a 27-27 tie. Centennial League scoreboard, here we go. It is another tie. Northern Lehigh and Pleasant Valley, 13-13. In the Colonial League, Bangor over Saucon Valley. Catasauqua beats Nazareth 14-7. And attention, Stroudsburg 26, Pocono Mountain nothing.
And there you go, week 9 of the high school football season with at least the Friday stuff anyway, right?
Yeah, we don't want to forget, too. 24 games going on tomorrow afternoon and evening, including a major game between 11th-ranked Mount Carmel. They will play 5th-ranked Williamsport tomorrow night.
And speaking of tomorrow night, Albert, Penn State has a date on the road in West Virginia, right? The Nittany Lions play their second straight away game in Morgantown tomorrow night at 7:45. Penn State going for win number 8 in a row, while West Virginia hopes to make its 3rd win of the year, its biggest. And if Penn State plays anything close to how it did last week against Alabama, the Mountaineers will be in for a long evening. The Lions showed signs of greatness as they dominated the Crimson Tide in all phases of the game. Penn State coach Joe Paterno won't admit, at least publicly, that this year's team is great. He's waiting to see how they perform this week at West Virginia and in the season's last few games.
They'll have a chance to prove their greatness in the next 4 weeks. I don't think there's any question about that. And if they can handle the schedule that's coming up, then we'll talk about that at the end of the schedule. But they're on the verge of becoming a really outstanding football team.
All right, Albie, it's time to make a score prediction for tomorrow night's Penn State-West Virginia game.
I like Penn State 37-10.
I'm not so sure I should bother making you pick the way I've been going lately. Well, why not? I don't have to sing if I'm wrong this time. Penn State 36-9.
That's a good pick, too. Pretty close. Good luck tomorrow night, by the way. Live report from Morgantown tomorrow night at 11.
Mm-hmm.
And pro basketball fans, they came out of hiding tonight. The boys cranking up the new season. Sixers at the Spectrum. The season opener with the Indiana Pacers, the much improved Indiana Pacers, and the Sixers looking good too. Roy Hinton replacing Moses Malone in a big way. Hinton with the dunk. Sixers by 1 at the half. Mo Cheeks had a good game tonight. He had 15. Great pass here from Jeff Rulin. It is 12 points for Andrew Toney, too. And Dr. J, before the game, announced his retirement, and he had 5 key buckets down the stretch. Sixers win it by 4. New Jersey beat the Knicks 108-97. Milwaukee won 20-104 over Detroit. Boston wins their opener at the Garden as they raise a new flag. And Dallas 103, Utah 77. Friday night at the Downs, second-race feature. Red Poplar was the winner there. And the daily double, 1 and 2, 1460. The big triple, 4-6-7, 1256 and change. And that is a big one there.
All right, tomorrow night on Pennsylvania Outdoor Life, more clues to help you win a beautiful Alaska Stoker stove, plus we'll take you on a fox hunt. And that'll do it for the 16 sports final this week. Happy Halloween, Mr. Oxenreiter.
By the way, I like your mask.
I knew that was coming. Thanks. Karen and Nolan will be here in a second.
Time out for some big news from your Mazda dealers. The 87 Mazda 323s are here. Mazda 323. Fuel-injected, quiet ride, superior handling. Car and driver called it one impressive machine. Not only a solid driving package, but a solid value as well. But the really big news is, right now, 323's an even better value. Selection is great, and your Mazda dealer is dealing. So get going. See him today and save.
Get a great deal at your local Mazda dealer today. To clear a little snow, an Aaron's ST2 Plus 2 Compact is your best choice. To clear a little more snow, an Aaron's 5-horse model is your best choice. And to clear even more snow, Aaron's 8-horse Deluxe model is your best choice. In fact, if one of Aaron's 17 two-stage snow throws isn't right for you, you have only one choice. Buy an Aaron snow throw before November 15th and get a free parka at these Aaron's dealers.
Finally, this is what many people feel like tonight, like a fool after visiting a haunted house in Columbia County.
That house is known as one of the best haunted houses in this area. For the last 10 years, the Elysburg Volunteer Fire Company has asked ghouls like us to help them celebrate Halloween. And what a perfect setting. This 14-room-old mansion with a quarter-mile of unnatural outside trails, creaky stairs and darkened rooms inside, and a whole host of special friends who have known how to entertain Halloween guests for thousands of years. A good time for the visitors and the 40 volunteers who haunted this house every year for the Elysburg Volunteer Fire Company.
That's all the time we have for Newswatch 16 Update. Can you breathe?
Yeah, I can breathe. I feel a little sick right now, but anyway, I think we better disappear.